Foreword and Introduction of Paulownia, 7 Stories from Contemporary Japanese Writers. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Availle in November 2013. Paulownia, 7 Stories from Contemporary Japanese Writers. Translated by Sofu Taketomo. Foreword. It is a pleasure to write a foreword for my friend Mr. Taketomo's collection of Japanese tales. Our admiration of Japanese art is now so deep and so wide in Western countries that we are sometimes startled to realize how little we know of contemporary Japanese writing, which means how little we know of the inner life of Japan today. While statesmen and diplomats agonize, contriving elaborate machinery for the restoration and the maintenance of international goodwill, it is in the power of any of us, by reading such books as this, to become better acquainted in a pleasant hour with our neighbor's mind, and upon acquaintance goodwill grows. The service is perhaps beyond estimate which Japanese literature may render to us in the United States by thus preparing the seeds of friendship and of justice between nations. Whether Mr. Taketomo has made faithful translations, I cannot say, since I know nothing of the language and very little of the literature from which these pieces are drawn. But it is evident that these translations live and bring before us a world of people. We observe that the persons in the stories are like ourselves, or like the characters who may very well, we believe, surround us. Perhaps Mr. Taketomo has chosen from authors under the influence of Western literature, but in any case, true pictures of life in the East would probably serve approximately to portray us at home. The episodes subtly told in Hanako, the extraordinary truth in Takase Bune, the story of the man who killed his brother, are as pictures of our world, seen through our eyes. What strangeness there is dwells in the language. The literary method of these sketches suggests the art of the great Russian or French storytellers. Yet to call these selections realistic is not to account for all of their quality. Perhaps the Japanese writers imitated Western realists, but there is something alien, something which we are likely to call Japanese, in their power to represent life as it is, or as it seems to be. This power springs from the imagination rather than from a theory of art. The truth of the scenes here recorded is naive as well as poignant. Is it because the Oriental mind is new to us and seems therefore more acute, more sensitive, simply because its approach is unfamiliar? Perhaps, but I think there is something here which will not wear threadbare on closer acquaintance, as imaginative power, such as all artists long for, to feel and see vividly the whole drama of our daily life. This power comes from a way of living rather than from a way of writing. If Japan can teach us this, we may well spare an hour to learn from her. John Erskine. Introduction. Here are 7 stories by 3 contemporary authors of Japan. On transplanting them into the soil of the English language, I must make a brief account of each author. Mr. Mori Ōgai, a Surgeon General in the Japanese Army, is also renowned for his deep scholarship in literature and for his own writings, which are of enduring value. His translation of Andersen's Improvisatoren was regarded as the best specimen of this kind of literature, and is still widely read among the young men of Japan. I do not know how often I have read this book. On leaving the shores of my home country, I did not forget to put it in my trunk among a few classics of Japan, for it was the book in which I was introduced first to Italy and to Dante. We owe to Mr. Mori 2 admirable translations from American authors, Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving, and one of those stories of early California life by Bret Harte. These were collected in a book with other translated stories by Daudet, Tolstoy, Turgenev, Hackländer, Stern, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?